Come in.
Good afternoon, Mr. Brotherton.
Hey, how's it going?
Doing good, doing good. How about yourself?
I'm pretty good.
I'm Dr. Kyle Smith.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I want to thank you for choosing Smith Chiropractic and myself as your chiropractic provider. It means a lot to us. Also, I noticed that you did the paperwork prior to your visit. That always helps when the patients do that.
It took a while to do.
I know it's a long, tedious process, but I guarantee every bit of information on that paperwork allows me to help you better. So, appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
As I was reading through it, I noticed that Mr. Hoffman referred you to the clinic.
Yeah, I've known him for a few years.
Mr. Hoffman's a great guy. He has sent a lot of patients my way, a lot of his family members and friends, and we're always grateful for any referral that we get. We hope to take good enough care of you to where you send your family and friends my way as well. Has Mr. Hoffman told you anything about chiropractic?
No, just said he feels good when he comes.
Well, that's always a positive, but I'm going to inform you briefly about chiropractic and about what it is that we do here in this clinic.
Okay.
Chiropractic is basically, let me ask you this. Do you know what the main system in your body is?
Your heart?
All right. Your heart's very important, but in order for that heart to function properly, it has to be innervated by what we call a nerve. So in chiropractic, we believe the nervous system is the most important system in your body, comprised of the brain, the spinal cord, and the nerves. The brain is basically the command center, sends the signal down the spinal cord, out the nerves to wherever that destination is that nerve might go.
Okay.
Okay, so you have three different types of nerves. You have autonomic nerves that innervate organs such as your lungs, your heart, etc. And you have motor and sensory nerves. Best way for me to explain that to you is the example of like stepping on a tack. When you step on a tack, your body has a pain response. Shoots up the nerve in your leg, up the spinal cord into the brain. Ow, that hurts. So your brain sends a signal back down the spinal cord to your leg to move your leg out the way off the tack. Those two nerves work together in synchronization so that your body can work properly. Those are your sensory and motor nerves. Okay, so you're familiar with the term subluxation?
Not really.
Basically, that's when those nerves aren't working properly. If you look here, subluxation is basically when a nerve root is compressed or a nerve is compressed. The spinal cord is housed inside of the spinal column. This spinal column is composed of various vertebrae. The vertebrae basically protect the spinal cord. Out of two vertebrae, in between two vertebrae, shoots out a nerve. This nerve comes out of the foramen or hole or window and goes and innervates a specific destination point, whether it be a muscle or a heart, lung, etc. When these vertebrae are out of alignment, they put pressure on the nerve. When pressure is put on the nerve, it's not flowing properly. Think of a water hose. When you have water hose at full potential, no kink, it's flowing at 100%. When the hose is kinked, then the flow is diminished. When the flow is diminished, it's not, reaching its potential. So what we do here in chiropractic is adjust. We adjust the misalignments to better, to correct the subluxations and to better optimize the body's maximal potential for health. So, we like to get started on this whole process at a young age because childhood is full of subluxations. From the birthing process to football field to, whatever, subluxations are everywhere. And the sooner we can take care of them, the better. Because if they're left untreated, later on down the line, subluxations will turn into degeneration. The degenerative process is not a fun process. How old are you?
34.
Okay, 34 years old. You are, you're not a child, but you're not an older person. So the fact that I'm getting to you now is good. We can correct these subluxations and we can get you on your way to where you're not leading a degenerative lifestyle. You came in for neck pain. It tells me you're symptomatic. I read your chart. You have weakness, you have tingling, you have numbness. These children don't have these symptoms. They're asymptomatic. They're young, they're healthy, immature individuals that don't have these same pain responses. So the subluxations that take place in their body, they don't know about it. So it's really the parent's responsibility to get them into the chiropractor's office. I've had many patients come into my office for neck pain. When I've adjusted them, and a month later, I'll get a phone call, "Doc, I am hearing better." That's because these same nerves that innervate the muscles Also have branches, autonomic branches of the nerve that innervate, different organs, such as the ears, nose, and throat, and the neck. And maybe in the low back, bowel and bladder function. It's remarkable. That's what chiropractic is all about. It's remarkable how you can make one subluxation to correct a person's symptom, but many global changes take place in the body. The fact that you're kind of a chronic case, you said this pain's been going on for a while now.
Right.
It's going to take a few visits to get you where I want you. It's going to be, you have to work with me. You have to come in, adjustment after adjustment after adjustment, but I can promise you that we'll get to that end point. I'll get you from where you are now, and I'll make you better. Today we're going to go through a bunch of different tests. We're going to go through orthopedics. We're going to go through neurological. We're going to go through basic chiropractic procedures so I can evaluate you better. I'm going to go home tonight because I have homework. I'm going to take everything that I find from you today on the exam. I'm going to make a binder out of it, and I'm going to give it to you. But you have homework too. Your homework is to write down any questions that you have for me tomorrow, and it's also to bring somebody into the office tomorrow with you to your visit.
Okay.
The reason I want somebody with you is because I want you to hear it, but also want them to hear it. I want them to hear it for you, but I also want them to hear it in case they know somebody or they themselves can benefit from chiropractic. Because chiropractic can help everybody. Is there any questions that you might have for me right now?
Not really.
Okay, if there's no questions that you have for me right now, let's get started on this exam.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to treating you.
All right. Thanks a lot, man.
All right, Mr. Brother.
All right. Thanks.